Today we're going to do an unboxing of the 50th anniversary emblems for a G26 hood and trunk emblem. So thank you and shout outs for Paddle Shifters for having these available for me. I went to my local dealership probably about 3 weeks ago and they currently didn't have them in stock, but Paddle Shifters did, and they got them to me within a week. So the very first item, which is the hood emblem, is 5114 8087190. That's the part number for the hood emblem. And then for the trunk emblem, it's part number 5114 8087199. Now 199 is specific because it actually has the camera hole if you have a backup camera within your vehicle. And if you don't have a backup camera, then the part number ends in 198. So we're gonna do a unboxing of both these boxes. Okay, so the first item that we're going to open up is the hood or bonnet emblem. And again, this is part 190. If I open this up, the emblem. This is the 50th anniversary emblem. And if I flip it on to the reverse side, these are the grommet plugs that you have, and the adhesive is behind this area here. So when I pull off the backing, it'll adhere to the hood. Okay, I'll take a pause here. All right, welcome back. The next box that we're going to open up is the trunk emblem, part number 199. Again, the trunk emblem has the hole for the camera. So as you can see here. Okay. And this is the backing where the camera plugs in. And again, if you remove the backing to this, you'll have the adhesive to allow it to stick to the trunk. There is also one more piece in here, which is the cover for the camera. So once you've completed or inserted the camera, you would just cover that up here, like so. Okay, so this is the current emblem that's on my G26 2022 BMW M440i. Now, when I had placed an order for my vehicle in December of 2021, the emblems weren't an option that was available. I believe it cost like $200 for the option, and then they would actually install it when they're building your car in the factory. So what we had to do is actually order this aftermarket, I would assume, OEM through BMW. So again, this is going to replace what this emblem is. And if you just put this over it, it's really a perfect fit. And again, the camera hole should come out. What I also noticed, which was an oddity when I looked at this straightforward, was that this seems very thin and this seems a little bit wider. But upon looking at the car, because of the angle of the trunk, and it faces downward, that really doesn't really appear as bigger if you're watching it flat straight on. So again, I'll create a video on how to replace this emblem. Okay, so to prepare for the removal and replacement of the emblem, what I'm going to do is actually go over some of the tools that I'm going to use. Obviously, you have your microfiber towels. I have some pry tools. I have fishing line if needed. I have masking tape or painter's tape that I'm going to tape around the symbol just to get underneath the emblem and try to pry that off. I have a glue gun to remove any of the residual glue that may be sticking on. And then I have a detailer spray to take off the glue gun to remove the grease from there, so I'll clean that up as well. So let's get started. Next I'm going to actually go and mask off the emblem. So let's get back to that. Now next is the masking part, so this is going to take some time for it to mask, so I'm just going to start off here, and then I'm going to start speed up the videos when I edit it later on, but I'll just start taking it out. Okay, so getting off the emblem's a little bit tougher than I thought. I had to look at the new emblem just to see where the grommets are. And there's three of them. There's one here, and one on top as well. So it's providing a little bit of challenge just to get the emblem off. I believe some of the adhesive still might be stuck on. We'll see if we can actually give it a little nudge. I feel some of it moving here, especially on the bottom. And the emblem is off, which looks totally different from the unit that I have, but hopefully that'll work. I'll see if that is another removable piece. Okay, I'm working with multiple pry tools here, just to make sure that I get some spacing. That allows me to slip in another pry tool and loosen up some of the adhesives. Looks like it's going through. And loosen that up. So far, I still can't freely loosen it up with my hands. So I'm just going to go around and work some of the adhesives. Okay, so it looks like it's loosening up. Let me try to pry that off for a second. I'm going to gently kind of use both hands. So I can work around the glue. Fit my fingers through here in the back now. Still some bottom adhesives. And we're out. So this is what you have here. You have this here, the camera hole. Now you have all that adhesive that we have to get rid of. So I'm just going to try to disconnect the camera hole. And I might have to do that with a small screwdriver or pry this up. There's a little tab here, 2 tabs. I'm going to try to lift this up and off so I can pull out the camera. Okay, that's off, comes out. And now the camera module comes out. So we have this left over. Now I'm going to clean up the glue here. Okay, the heat gun did loosen it up quite some bit. Just a recommendation is that maybe work in one spot instead of trying to cover the entire spot, because it'll get cold again, get warm, and then it'll get stiff again. What I also noticed that what makes it easier is if you take your thumb and rub against the adhesive, that'll help bring it up too, and help roll it up a little bit, and you can pull on it. I tried fingernails, I tried different things, but using your thumb and kind of like rolling it off seems to be the trick here as well. Okay, so it's getting definitely cleaner, and I'll come back later and I'll do the rest of the adhesive. I'll definitely clean this up, but I want to take the bulk of it off as much as I can here. Okay, so again, use the thumb, roll it off to the side, and that'll help you take it out. Okay, I removed the majority of the glue, the adhesive, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off my tape. And everything around the emblem looks pretty good from a paint perspective. No scratches from the tools. I see a little dirt there, so what I'm going to do now to try to clean this up a little bit is again take my glue gun, put it on one of my microfiber cloths, and try to rub the rest of it off. Finish the rest of it. I'm going to pause. Now that I've got all the glue off, I'm going to take my detailer spray and then just spray a little bit onto my microfiber towel here and just clean up the rest of the car. Okay, now next we're ready to install the new badge. Okay, so now we're ready for the new badge. So this is the camera that's sitting here. This is the new badge. This is the camera hole. I'm just going to do a dry fit first just to make sure everything fits in here. Just push this in a little bit more so the camera comes out, which it does. Appears right there, so that's a perfect fit. And this is as far as it can go in here. Now what I'll do is before I fit this on, I'm going to remove the protective covering for the adhesives here. The bottom clip will go on first, and then it'll snap onto the top here. So again, I'm going to take the camera back out, pop this back out, put the camera out. I'm going to start to remove the adhesive that's on here. Set that down to the side. Again, I'm going to fit the camera through here, Make sure it appears all the way up in the front. Alright, that's all the way up, pushed all the way up to the front. I'm going to take the bottom clip, set that through, and the top I'm going to lift it up and press that so it snaps in. Now I'm going to push the camera back in. There are 3 grommet holes that line up, and now I'm simply just going to press the adhesives in, and there you go. That's the badge install. I'm going to set this in, press it a little bit tight, make sure the adhesives are in. And there you go. That's the replacement. And next I'll actually jump inside, I'll turn on the camera, reverse camera, and see what we see. Okay, now I'm in my vehicle, and what I'll do is I'll put the car into reverse. And then as you can see, the rear camera is working. I can switch it again. That's the full rear coming out from the trunk, and there's no image blurred, nothing blocking it, no obstructions from the badge. So thanks very much for watching.